Okay. All right. So, Cheryl, what questions do you have for me today about your art business? How can I help you?
Yes. Well, I'm new on this journey, but I've like been listening to your podcast for quite a while, and then finally I said, all right, I'm gonna just join the Artist Academy. Obviously, like I don't want to be the smartest person in the room because I don't know what I don't know. So, just I've been learning so much. And I started my journey last February. I took a Bob Ross paint class, and I had a business for 16 years. I had a Pilates studio, and so that closed with COVID. And I've been bartending and just doing the things, but I was like, am I ever gonna love something again? And then I took this art class, and I was like, oh my gosh, like I just wasn't anywhere else. It just stopped, like nothing else mattered, and I was just got into that zone, and I took another class, and then I didn't realize you could become a Bob Ross certified instructor. So I went to Indiana in June, and then this past December, I did 2 weeks in Florida, and I just did my first class yesterday. So I'm just beginning, but I love the idea of murals. Obviously, I haven't done one. I did just paint my bathroom, so one of the walls I'm getting ready to do my own little mural. So yeah, I guess just starting out, being as new as I am, and just I don't know, like the best advice that you could possibly give. And not, I don't want to just do Bob Ross. I love it right now, and I think it's like I know what to do, and I like that kind of like direction. But I also want to grow, and it seems like a lot of the advice, do things for free, like just kind of practice, 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 which is exactly where I'm at. But anything that you would say to somebody in my shoes?
For sure. Okay. So, what is your big vision? I think that was what it starts with. Like, do you want to be doing three 3 days a week? Do you want to do murals, and then 2 days a week you want to do Bob Ross painting classes, or like what? How does that schedule out in your mind?
Right. So it's not crystal clear right now, to be honest. I'm still working, so sometimes it's like I get super tired. I'm not gonna lie. Even yesterday before the class, I usually pull a double on Saturdays, and then I'm like, okay, I'm getting ready. It was hailing, it was snowing. I was like, oh my gosh. But I think I've just been listening to a lot of the information that you've recorded and put in the academy, and I definitely want to get going on murals, but I don't know like right now how many days a week that would be or what that would look like, if I'm going to be any good. I think that's my biggest question is like, do people just have an idea and sort of start out and the pieces fall together? Does everybody have a clear cut, like vision? I'm not really sure.
Yeah, it's different every project. Some people come to me and say, this is my vision, this is what I want. And some people are like, I don't know what I want. I just have a blank wall. And if you could help me figure it out, that'd be great. Or so usually it's somewhere in the middle of that.
Mm.
But yeah, it just kind of depends. But I am just pulled up the Arts Academy Facebook group, and I noticed you just posted recently, and I see your Bob Ross paintings that you taught, and those are so good. Your class did really well. So tell me about this instruction, the classes that you took in Indiana
Yeah.
to get certified.
Yeah, it's 3 full weeks, but you have to go to 1 week, and then you have to get like invited back. So I got invited back, and then I wanted to go to Florida. I just heard he was a great instructor, Nick Hankins, and he really just helped prepare you to be, how to set up the class and just all the things like as a new instructor, um, the paintings that would be easier, having them not clean the brushes as much, just all sorts of things like that. And so yeah, I finished that, and my goal, even though it's like it's good money, but being in the restaurant business is not where I want to be. So I think that is definitely a crystal clear goal for this year. So it's like, but I also don't, I want to work as hard as I can, but I don't want to have the expectations like it's got to happen by this date. I think when I'm better, my confidence, that will kind of tell me when it's time.
Yeah, it is. It's such a correlation with, practice and confidence and then popping off too. It's kind of
Mhm.
like they all kind of work together. So, okay, so I'm gonna imagine that you want to do a 1 to 2 paint parties a week, and then the rest of the time you want to do murals. And that's biased to me because I love murals and I know how profitable they can be, and that's my bread and butter thing of I know how to help you. So have you ever done a mural before at all, like a kid's room or a logo or anything?
No.
Okay, great. Yeah, that's right where I like you.
Okay.
Do you have an idea of what kind of art that you like to make more than others? So I noticed you did this Bob Ross painting really well. So landscapes, is
I
that
love
considered?
landscapes. Every morning I'm in the woods. I walk my dog, and we have a lot of woods where I live. So I take a lot of pictures. And what I like, even with the challenge, sometimes I'll take a picture and I'll try to recreate that, which is sometimes very, I scrape a lot. But so, yeah, I definitely love nature. I'm very inspired by it.
Okay, yeah, and I remember your post in the group how I maybe mentioned how you could advertise as you painting sentimental scenes, or like vacation scenes or some kind of landscapes that people really love. Like I painted somebody's backyard one time and hung it in their house, like things
Mhm.
like that. Are you interested in doing that?
Yeah, I mean, I was in real estate. I've done a lot of things. So, and my old broker reached out. Him and his son went to Alaska, and he did buy. He said, "Can you paint this?" So I did one, and he's like, "Can you do another one? Because I want one too." So he was giving it as a gift to his son who was going in the Coast Guard. So I did end up, and I think they were 16 by 20. So I did just charge like 100 each. And I've sold a bunch of, I've sold probably 10 paintings, and then I did do an art fair in November just to kind of get myself out there in the paintings. And, I sold a few there. So, and then I started getting an email list just to, keep in touch with people and whatever's going on. So yeah, that's all I've done so far.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, that's awesome. Those are definitely good first steps. Okay, so I guess let's get you painting your first mural. And
Okay.
love, would you rather do are you interested in doing kids' rooms at all? That's
No.
typically okay. I was like,
Oh,
that's an easier yes than most.
okay. Okay.
Okay, that's okay. No, if you don't like it, then we will not do it. Even okay. So, hmm, let me think. So I'm trying to think of where you would maybe paint like landscapes in homes. Maybe restaurants. Like restaurants would be a good one. So I see those in like Italian restaurants or places like that. I don't know, man. Let's see. Brainstorming. I know that painting for businesses is a lot better of a just I mean, it's just easier to pitch it to businesses sometimes. So maybe we could just start there. But so into getting into businesses, I think it's a lot easier to get into window painting first.
Mhm.
We've just left the Christmas window holiday season painting thing, but spring, St. Patrick's Day, stuff like that, 4th of July, like those things are coming up. Are you interested in window painting at all?
I've watched a lot of your stuff, and then I see mixed opinions. People love it, people hate it. I mean, I'd be willing to try it,
Yeah.
definitely. Yeah.
Yeah. So maybe we could start with like some spring window paintings. I know that's still a couple months off that people
Mhm.
want to do, but even just getting a flyer and
Yeah.
making a flyer and going around to some of the boutiques around town, and just showing them, hey, this is what I do. Have a really low introductory price to get into it, and or like a Cinco de Mayo for
Mhm.
Mexican restaurants or whatnot.
Okay.
They kind of have, I know, a little bit more of like a colorful landscape vibe inside of them. But you think just like, can you hear that? No? Okay, good. Somebody's doing something upstairs and it's super loud. So I was like, wait.
Oh.
um, yeah, I just think it's such a for one, it gives you practice to painting large and just getting those transactions with the customers, finding out what they want. It's not super permanent. Like, would you want to do any kind of logos? Do you like lettering at all?
So I was curious, how do you do that? Do you like, is it all put there and like you just kind of like fill in the lines, or do
Yeah.
you freehand it?
No,
No.
no,
Okay.
ever.
All
No.
right.
No, I either project it or, sometimes if it's like on a window or glass where you can't really project it, we'll do a transfer. So you'll do what is it called? What's the transfer thing called? I don't know. We have a video in the academy for it, but it shows you like how to transfer it on a window. But no, it's exact because every logo is exactly how they just need to be replicated. So as long as you can do straight lines and just copy a photo, plug in a podcast, and those are one of my favorite days.
Okay. All right. That's it. You just sort of, do you feel like you need to, like, should I practice like before I actually go like legit? I mean, I'll probably do it on my own windows and all that kind of stuff, but
Yes, for sure.
yeah.
Yeah, I would definitely just get used to, just do some really simple designs like windows. So say spring's around the corner and you want to do something really, actually, Valentine's Day is coming up. So if you wanted to like even just today
It's
do
so cold outside.
oh, true.
It's
You're
really,
right.
really cold. It's like snowing, sleeting right now. So
You're like, so I want this, but I'm not like desperate. So like
yeah,
I feel
yeah.
like I would so where are you located?
I'm in Massachusetts. It's just a little town, Uxbridge.
Okay.
So one of the places I have like four more classes set up in different places just to see like getting more exposure. So one of them did say, she's like, well, if you want to, window paint Bob Ross or something, and I'm like, I don't know. And then I'm like, well, it's kind of cold out. She goes, well, you can just do it backwards on the inside, and I'm just like, I don't even know how to do that. You know what I mean? So I think that right now I like the idea of it, but I'm definitely nervous. Um, and what I don't know, like, do you like if somebody's never done a mural, how would you say to get into it to start? Just to
Yeah. So, I mean, it just starts mostly by just painting a mural for free or for low cost or whatnot. Just whatever you want to paint. I would pitch that to a few friends or family members around. Be like, hey, just find an image that you want to paint, and
okay.
of something maybe in somebody's home or something, maybe like a bathroom scene. Like I've seen some where in the bathroom you can paint like a window, and then like looking out the window is a beautiful scene in there, or it's like
Mm,
something above the tub like palm trees or flowers or something like that.
okay.
And yeah, or like, so I think doing that like nature kind of a thing with flowers, if you want to get into that, would be really good for boutiques as well. They like the very girly kind of thing typically, or some do anyway. And so yeah, just pitching it to people who you would want to maybe give a gift to, friends,
Okay.
family, and they show them images. So find images of things. Hey, I really like this, I really want to try this, I need some wall space, are you at all interested in doing this? And
Okay.
the first one, I mean, I'd be fine with doing it just for free, really, because then there's no, like, you're not feeling pressured. It's no, they're getting something and they're going to be so excited with it. They're not going to typically pick you apart with it, and you can
Right.
do it in your own time. Yeah. So yeah, but yeah, finding something that you want to do and then finding a
Mhm.
wall to fit it. And even I would say, sometimes I have students create mock-ups,
Mhm.
and like through the 31-day challenge, there's several people who have created mock-ups of murals that they want to do inside
Cool.
bedrooms or businesses and whatnot. And then they just post it, say, hey, I just created this mock-up. I'm looking for a space for this. Does
Okay.
anybody? And so we just had somebody in the academy I saw posted recently how she did, I don't know, 20 mock-ups, and then she had 3 conversations with people and one might lead somewhere. So though
Yeah.
I'd say those are reasonable numbers. But
Right. Now you do that all on Procreate, or is there
yeah.
any other, is there like a free version, or do you have to, is that I don't even know.
Yeah, so I do it on Procreate on my iPad, and
Yeah.
I don't think it's too much. I think it's like $40, $30, and
Oh,
it's just you pay that one-time fee and then you have it.
oh,
But there
okay.
is definitely a learning curve to it.
Yeah.
It's like so you'll I would say just bring up a YouTube video, or we have videos inside of the academy too, where I show you exactly how to like how to create a mural mock-up specifically, and how I use it with like I'll take a photo of their wall and then I'll put it into Procreate and then I'll do it on that sometimes, or I'll take the mock-up and put it on the wall and stuff like that. But
Okay.
yeah, there's also a bunch of stuff on YouTube of like how to technically use the other tools as well.
Okay.
But yeah, I would start with the ones in the academy, and I just show
Okay.
you where the brushes are, which brushes I typically use, and I keep it pretty simple.
Okay.
And yeah, so just play around with that and just give
Okay.
yourself a little grace with that, because
Okay. All
until you
right.
get used to it, like things just don't work and you're like, why is it not writing? And you're like, oh, I'm not on the selected layer. And it's like,
Right.
oh, okay.
Okay.
So yeah,
Okay.
creating mock-ups is one way, just to get some ideas flowing. I'm a big believer in like when you know what you want and then you
Yeah.
can visually see it and then you
Right.
put it out there, things just
Yeah.
kind of start to happen. And
Makes sense.
yeah, and you never know who's gonna like your mock-up too. So
Mm,
like just people visually seeing stuff
okay.
clicks way better than you saying, "Hey, I wanna do a mural." It's like
Okay.
making it as specific as you can,
Okay.
either in the posts or with the visualization, like, yeah, just giving them a photo of, like, "This is exactly what I wanna do."
Okay.
Um,
All right. That's a good idea.
yeah. Yeah, we'll wait for spring for windows, but that's also another entry into
Yeah.
it for sure. Was
Okay.
'cause you get to meet businesses and connect, and they might not
Mhm.
want a mural right then, but I've had several businesses reach out later of they wanting logos or murals, and it's a
Mhm.
good long game one.
Okay. All
Oh,
right.
so actually somebody just commented, said Procreate is a lot cheaper than that. So it might be like $20, $30. I'm not sure. It's been a long time since I
All
bought it.
right. Awesome. All right. I
Yeah.
didn't know it was a one-time fee, so that's even better.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Um, okay, how else to get into murals? Trying to think on like what exactly you want to do. Do you have like whenever you visualize you going out and painting murals, is there a specific customer that you want to paint for?
I guess I don't know yet. No, I
Yeah.
haven't thought about that. But I mean, I guess I think businesses, but it may be somebody's home if they had something they'd like to do. But that seems a little bit more intimidating. I don't know why.
Yeah. Okay. Why? Wait, what's the fear behind that?
um, so I guess I have like a little bit of a tendency toward like not like perfectionism, but like if I can't do it really well, I don't want somebody else that would be like, oh, you know what I mean? Like that doesn't look that good. That's why I do like I practice so much of like anything, even with this class. I probably did it like 6 times just to make sure I knew it backward and forward. And then okay, I'm ready to do it in front of people. And I know obviously like it's practice. Did you like have a paid job for your first mural, or was it like how did you sort of fall into that?
Looking back, I what was it? So I did a couple windows. And before I really knew that windows were gonna be a big thing, I did a couple windows just promoting for events for, like, a local bar,
Oh,
and, like, they were having, like, a white party, like, where everybody
okay.
dresses white, and you just yeah, I did the date and stuff like that. I remember that, that was so long ago, and then I think after posting that, I got a logo job, but I mean, I charged a an embarrassing low amount for these things. I think, yeah, one time one person reached out on my Facebook page that I had, and it kind of came from like sometimes pitching, sometimes people reaching out on Facebook page or friends reaching out like, I didn't know you did this. So are you currently posting online about that you're doing the paint parties?
Oh, yeah. Yes.
Yeah. Have you
Yep.
had people inquire yet?
Yes, yes. So I know like you said to do a website, but honestly, I just put up a link tree. So
Yeah.
and then I have my PayPal, whatever. So if they want to register, it just goes through there. It looks nice. It's like easy. And for right now, I feel like that's been working. And so, and then I tell people, everybody's asked me, like, especially where I work, everybody's like, how's things going? So, like, a bunch of people from there, they registered and then they really like it. And they're like, we're going to go to the next class. So, this Polish hall, and I've gotten into all the places I've gotten into. Like, I am really good with marketing and all that, but like nobody's charging me. So that's been great too. And it's also free advertising. So I always think, okay, like I want them to advertise. I want to dip into their pool of people and then also just, be able to, grow my email list. So I feel like I'm doing like a good job for the small start, and it hasn't even been a year. So I kind of feel like I'm proud of it, and I think but it's still so new. And that's why I'm like, oh my God, like I want to do this and I want to do that. And I'm like, I better just like learn as much as I can. And that's why I was like, I have to be part of this academy, because I feel like, and that's the other thing is like, it's a solo thing. You're very much, or for me anyway, I feel like it's like, you're just kind of by yourself. And that's why I know I need to keep learning and, being around people that are able to show me a little bit more of the way, how to get into this more full time.
Yeah. Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. Yeah, well, it sounds like you're taking it slow, which is great. It sounds like you're okay with taking it slow and learning and, diving in, and you still have your full-time job, so you're not completely money reliant on this, which
Yeah.
is really good. It's
Yeah.
yeah. Do you have a goal of, like, quit your job by this time next year or the end of the year, or what is
Yeah, I mean, so now I'm not doing the double anymore. So I did let go of that. And it's like I have the next day I'd like to get rid of is Thursday, and then just be 2 days. And yeah, I mean, but like obviously I want the money to be coming in. I don't want to, just be hasty and then be like, what did I do? So I think whatever I put my mind to, it will do well. And I think I just gotta, like, I guess, like, I know you use a projector. Then I guess, like, when you have the image up, do you put chalk or pencil or whatever around, depending on what surface it is? And then you shut the projector off, and now that's it. Is that how
Mhm.
it is? Like that? Okay. All right.
Yep, yep, yeah, and there's plenty of videos in there where I can show you, like, we do paint pen marker, especially if it's outside and it might rain, that's a
Okay.
little bit more permanent, but
Okay.
you chalk is typically, easily erased, and
Yeah.
yeah, you just chalk it in there, and then it's just a paint by number thing.
All right. All right. Yeah. I mean, and my parents, they have a big, huge rock. And my mom's like, I've always wanted a mural on that. So I'm like, okay, like springtime, I'm going to do that. I'm going to do, and a couple walls in my house, I think I have my eyes on. So I'm going to start. And then I think, once I feel confident, I'll share all that and then see if people, and like, I like that mock-up idea, because I think visually people have to kind of see it to buy into it. So okay, I like that. That's a good start. And once the warmer weather, I will try the windows. Now I
Mhm.
know you have a friend that started that mural company, for
Yes.
like the initial, so I was thinking about getting that for my initial, just to start. Would you say like that's a good, for the basic materials?
Yeah, no, it's perfect. It's perfect for somebody who you're just getting started because she has it all in there, and it's,
Yeah.
like, literally everything you need, and you don't have to go shopping around for it, so, yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
Mhm.
that's perfect.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
what else to prepare? Like, would you say maybe I'm being overly prepared? Like, I always feel like I want to be as prepared as I can be. So I don't know if there's anything else, or if there's just comes a point where it's like, you just got to go for it. I don't
Yeah, no, I would say this is a really good time for you to maybe well, I was gonna say maybe even do some outreach, but if you're gonna do outreach with murals, we need to do some murals first,
Yeah.
and at least have, I'd say, I don't know, like, me if you wanted to, okay, a good goal that if I was in your shoes, this is what I would do right now.
Okay.
I would aim to get 3 murals under my belt,
Okay.
and I would try to get, supplies paid for
Yeah.
at least, if it's especially typically when it comes to a free mural, keep it really simple, right? You don't want to work on a week for something for free. Like maybe something like a day, 2 days max.
Okay.
It looks really good if you do it, it'll be good for a portfolio. But after day two, especially, you're like, I am done working for free. Like I don't want
Yeah.
to do this anymore.
It's a lot of
So
work.
And so I'd maybe get like 3 of those. Like, okay, I would do 1 for free. And then with that one, I would take that photos of that one and I would just photograph and video the heck out of it. Like
Okay.
the beginning, middle, end, photos, reels, everything. Like just until people are so sick of seeing that until somebody tells you, we get it. You painted a mural, just like
Okay.
keep posting it. Like which
Okay.
nobody's gonna say that. Like
Okay.
so which is why I say that, because like nobody's told me that ever. Like, okay,
Okay.
yes, we saw that one. Stop posting that mural. Nobody said that. Um, but sometimes it feels like that, right? Like if you like overpost
Yeah.
something, you're like,
Yeah.
so, and then I would use that free one and I would say, hey, I have 2 spots on my calendar for the month of February that I'm doing a 50% off mural fee or whatever. So, or do, something for like a very low introductory rate to tell people I'm getting into this. This is what I can do. See, I can do it. I
Mhm.
need 2 more on my schedule before, and so with those 3 murals, then I would create a pitching like proposal kind of a thing, and then do a little bit of outreach. You send it to wherever, and or
Okay.
create a flyer and maybe go knocking around some doors, and I can help you with that later on if you want to. Like I can help you create the outreach thing and like exactly what to say and all of that.
Okay.
But yeah, let's still focus on step 1 is like
Mhm.
actually doing those murals. But yeah, and I would post it. I mean, it, as soon as you get people reaching out, and charge something for those next ones, whatever you feel is comfortable for you. I
Okay.
mean, if it's just like $100, if it's 200, 300, something, I don't
Yeah.
know, anything. It
Okay.
kind of it kind of depends on what it is. And what I usually do with this is, if somebody reaches out and they want something, I'll typically mock them up something that I can do in a day. And I'll be like,
Mhm.
this is for free. And then I will upsell them on top of it. Like, well, we want flowers on that too. Be like, well, flowers take a really long time and I really want to do a good job for you. I have, time in my schedule to do a full day for you for in this price. And then so like up them. So like if they keep wanting more, but give them a base price for
Okay.
free or low, low, low. And then,
Okay.
because then, you're giving a little and then they'll give a little. So just kind of
Okay.
work on that in a way, and you can upsell them in that way. Yeah.
Okay. I know you've talked about the calculator, the mural calculator.
Yes.
Where is this? I was just I wanted to ask you. I'm like, where is this
Yeah.
calculator?
So it's gonna be, so let me message the guy. So we just created it in an Excel sheet, and I'm
Oh,
getting it put onto a website right now. So
oh,
as soon as it is ready to go, I'm
okay.
going to be posting it everywhere inside of the academy and
That's
like
awesome.
letting you go. So
Okay.
yeah, I will definitely let you know. Hopefully this week. I'll reach out to him today and be like, hey, do we have that website? But yeah,
That's
I'm so
awesome.
excited about this thing because the number one question in the academy is, what do I price? And I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, we need a mural price calculator. And just like that would be like,
Yeah.
what does the calculator say? And then we can kind of, and I think it
I love
right
that.
now at this point, it's kind of in beta testing. So it might need a little bit of tweaking.
Yeah.
But what I'm hoping too, it's like you can use this, and whenever you're going to pitch to these people, be like,
Yeah.
hey, well, the average price for this, and you could even show them a screenshot of exactly what you're doing. Be like, the average
Mhm.
price for this is $5,000, whatever, or 2,000, whatever it says. And you can see,
Yeah.
look, I'm going to be doing it for you for 500 or something like
Yeah.
that. Like,
Okay.
and so
I
you
love
can
that.
show them, and like, I mean, we're not wanting to deceive anybody, but we're like, we
Yeah.
want to like, show, and I think it's important to, whenever you're doing these pitches and these first 3 murals, to also say, normally like using the average mural square footage rate of 25, 35, whatever per square foot,
Mhm.
whatever it is in your area, and I can help you figure what that is out. And to be fair, to say like,
Okay.
this is what it would cost, this is what it, but I'm
Mhm.
I'm doing it for this. And I
Okay.
think that just helps them to realize like, you're not just an artist out for fun. This
Yeah.
is normal standard rates, and this is what I'm doing for you. And it also helps people be way more appreciative too.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I love that. That's awesome. It's a good
Cool.
idea. All right. So I like this. This is good homework.
Yeah, good. Yeah. Yeah, and we can do another call if you want to at any point too. So I usually just keep these calls open for anybody to schedule at any time. And so sometimes I'll do like a follow up with somebody in like 6 months or
Okay.
whatever
Yeah.
you need. Yeah.
With my murals, with my 3 murals.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
I love that.
Sometimes even like, so if you want to do some mock-ups too within that time, I think that would be really good to put
Okay.
into your pitch deck. So we've done a pitch deck with new muralists. We've done a little bit of ones that they've done mixed with a couple of mock-ups that like art that you create either on a canvas or inside of Procreate, and I
Okay.
do these mock-ups and then you put it on a wall. So I basically blow up a canvas that you've done and I put it on
Ooh.
a wall, and it just
Ooh.
basically shows what's possible because you created that art. You didn't create it that big, but
Right.
for
Yeah.
for like visual purposes, we want to do that, and we can
Yeah.
just to visually show people what you can do. And in that pitch
Okay.
deck of stuff, we pitch it out to people for stuff to do.
All right. I love that. So a pitch deck, it's just all these different things that you can show people, whether
Hmm.
it's a canvas. And you said one time in one of your podcasts, you were like, if you can paint on canvas, you can paint bigger. And I was
Oh
always
yeah.
like, oh wow, I could. I love it. I love it. But this is good. This is good. So you're getting see the whole journey.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. Yeah, no, that's what really just using a bigger brush.
Yeah.
That's it.
Okay.
And
I
a lot
love
more
it.
body it's like a workout. It is so like
Yeah.
there is no need for me to work out outside of this.
No.
It's
I
really
love it. That's awesome. It's a perk.
yeah, it is a mural perk. I mean, my body aches at the end of the day, but whatever. It's fine.
Oh, I love it. Thank you so much. I appreciate all your insight and your experience. And I was a little intimidated because I was like, you have all this experience and I'm so new, but I feel like I'm so thankful. I'm in the good place.
Good. I'm
Yeah.
so happy to hear that. That's what these calls are for, and just you can message me anytime. Like usually I tell people to put it in the Facebook group. That way other muralists are in there. We have several people in there who made this a career that can also help, and
Okay,
you'll probably get
awesome.
it a lot faster if you post it there. But if it's,
Okay.
one that you just want to message me, you can always message me on Instagram. It's probably the best way to reach
Okay.
out. But yeah, we
Awesome.
are here to help. And so if you get caught
Awesome.
at any point, if you're like even in Procreate, if you're like, I cannot figure this out, guys, how do
Okay.
I do this? Like, I guarantee you're not the first one to get caught or in a step. So yeah,
Okay.
we are here to help, and you can definitely do this. Like this, it's especially right now is such a great time to plan and prepare
Awesome.
and practice.
Yeah.
That comes summer, once you
Yes.
have all of these ones done, and we can pitch. Like summer is the ultimate mural painting time where people are ready to do things like that's all. I have a bunch of muralist friends in there. We're always like a little bit slower in January, and then come summer, we're like, I can't even talk to you. Like everybody wants to.
I love it. Yeah, you're right. It is a good time. It's like the perfect time of year.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, good. Oh,
Well,
awesome. Well, thank you.
yeah, yeah. I'm rooting for you, and I can't wait to see the follow up. I've had so many student spotlights with this of people who ask questions or whatever, and I love to look back on them and like little bits and be like, remember when you were brand new to this and now you're rocking it? And yeah, it's totally possible for you too. And I'm just excited to go into the future and see what you do. So
I
yeah.
love it.
And if you want to keep posting in the academy of like stuff that you're doing, I'll do shout outs on Instagram for you of like your first
Awesome.
mural. I love to do that. That's one of my favorite ones to
Yay.
do. It's like, yeah, Artist Academy member Sheryl did her first mural. It's like,
Yay. Awesome. Awesome. Thank you so much.
thanks. Okay, talk to you later.
All
Bye.
right. Bye.